age. So Lambert set out across the country, meeting some of the great designers of the day. She said that most of them compared themselves to the German-born architect Mies van der Rohe, and when she met the man himself, she understood why.
He was so much more generous than all the other people. There was a kind of presence about that man.
But what ultimately sold her was Mies's work. He had envisioned glass skyscrapers all the way back in the early 1920s in Germany. Mies was part of a generation of European modernist architects who used the latest technology to confront the war and inequity that had plagued the continent.
You know, they came out of World War I, and they understood what caused World War I, this intense, insane nationalism. And Mies van der Rohe and his gang wanted to create a new international architectural language.
This international style became popular with corporate America for less idealistic reasons. It made a company look cutting edge and efficient. Plus, it could be cheap.
It was very inexpensive to build that way. It's repetitive form.
But when Mies van der Rohe met with Samuel Bronfman, he quickly learned that saving money was not on the agenda for the secret building.
And he said to my father, "What kind of materials do you like?" And my father said he liked bronze.
So Mies covered the entire building in bronze.
And because he used bronze, he could create a finesse of details.
Mies said God is in the details, and it's the details that set this building apart, some designed by architect Philip Johnson. The materials include pale travertine, pink granite, and bared antique marble.
This building is so subtle and yet so complex.
At first glance, it might seem as if you're seeing the bare bones of the building, but this is actually an illusion. Mies placed I-beams on the outside of the building, which serve little function.
It's a decorative facade, and the actual structure, the steel framing, is tucked behind it.
I see them. They're columns behind the glass windows. But the most striking and expensive feature of this building is the huge empty space in front of it. This was Mies's surprising solution to New York's strict zoning code, which had long prevented skyscrapers from rising like sheer cliffs that block out the city's light and air. Other architects had responded to these rules with setback skyscrapers, which gradually receded from the street.
Well, Mies van der Rohe didn't want to design a setback building.
Instead, he left a pricey piece of New York real estate open as a kind of gift to the city.
That really shocked New York. You know how you shock New Yorkers? It's not with vulgarisms, just be polite to them. And they don't get it.
But architects and developers clearly did get it, because the nation soon saw a proliferation of modernist buildings set on broad plazas.
Everyone said, "Oh, that's so nice. The secret building has that plaza. Everyone loves it. Let's have plazas everywhere." And, gee, funny thing, none of them were as good. And in fact, a lot of them were really horrible. They were awful, ugly, concrete prison yards.
And the skyscrapers themselves could never quite recreate the magic of the secret building.
It looks easy to copy. I can just do one floor and stack them up, and every single one of them is the same from there on. How hard can this be? Well, how hard is it to get your proportions correct? How hard is it to choose the right materials? How hard is it to make the proper relationship between a building and its site? You're damn right that's a tough building to make.
We're visiting 10 buildings that changed America in chronological order, and we've arrived at our 8th stop. Today, it's almost hard to believe, but there was a time when getting on a plane was a joyful experience. And few airports captured the magic of early jet travel like this one.
In the 1960s, air travel was still a very special thing. Suddenly people could fly nonstop across the ocean, all these glamorous spots, and Aero 7 and the architect successfully captures that sense of excitement and anticipation.
Dulles has all the sculptural stylishness Aero Ceremony is known for. In an era often remembered for its understated glass boxes, Ceremony offered a more expressive brand of modernism.
He understood the kind of spectacle that architecture could be, and the theatricality